looks like we're live. We're ready to go. As you can see, because of the time change, there is what appears to be daylight now, or what looks like God's wrath getting ready to strike me down. It's very blue out there, apparently. I look out there, and it's just blood red everywhere. The streets are bathed. Anyway, okay. How is everyone doing? Happy to be back. We're going to be going live here. We're going to be doing that. Sin, how are you doing? Yes, Sin, I can add you to the list. And Monica, let me add you guys to the list here. Okay. I got to find the... There we go. How's everyone doing? How was your weekend? It's been a second since I've been online, so. Chance the Rapper. I'm doing good. It was a good day today. Got things. I was taking a little bit longer of a break than usual, but now I'm feeling recharged and feeling good. I'm just getting stuff ready here. Sort of had a bit of a late start. Had to do some stuff before I started. Kind of last minute, so I forgot. Yes. Okay, so Sin, Monica, and Frankie. And Sexy Gina. Okay. Sin, Monica, Frankie, Sexy Gina. Okay. We got Sin. We got Monica, we got Frankie, and Sexy Gina. Okay. Okay, we'll look at your questions. Guys, remember to keep your questions until I call on you, and then we'll go from there, okay? You just got to remember to keep your questions. And also remember to like the video, but it's just a lot easier if you wait until it's your turn, and then you type your question or just have it ready to go. And then that way, right when I get to you, we can go for it. All right. Let's do this here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do tomorrow's reading, energy reading. And then after that, I'm going to go, it's going to be Sin, Monica, Frankie, and Sexy Gina. All right. It just sounds like I prefer Sexy Gina because, no, that's just the name. That's just the name. Okay, yeah, Petra, of course. Welcome. You are more than welcome to hang out. No question is fine with me. But yeah, you're more than welcome to hang out. How was your weekend, by the way, Petra? Okay, so Thursday. What's happening? What's happening tomorrow.com. Let's see what we got going on. I'm going to do one more shuffle. Oh, there we go. That was a good one. Even if it was bad, I would still say it was good because I want to see if we can get this going here. Yes, April. I can put you on the list. So it's Sin, Monica, Frankie. I'm just going to say Gina and April. Yes, you can. Culture, absolutely. I saw your Chance the Rapper comment, by the way, and yes, that is me, my alter ego. Okay, so we have April, and then we have Culture. Alrighty. Sweet. Okay, we got you. Got you guys on this. Very nervous, so close to my surgery now on Friday. Yes, you know what? And it's crazy, the kind of drugs they'll give you. It'll be good. You'll be numbed out. You'll be fine, okay? Everything will go well. Petra, it is nerve-wracking, though. I have surgical fears myself, so I get it. Oh, yeah, she's got this. She's absolutely got this. You'll just be feeling a little bit sore. You know what I mean? You'll just be feeling a little bit sore, and then things will get much better. Much better eventually, a month from now, even before then. Hey there, Emmy. How's it going? Been a second. Eventually, you'll feel much better than you ever did before because you've had this for a couple. Drugs help. Yes, they will. They will in this instance. They will. Yeah, I'm thinking of going in. Hey there, Jason. How's it going, buddy? Jay, no, I'm thinking of going in and getting a surgery myself, but it's more. I don't want to say cosmetic because that's not what it is. I'm thinking as a man of getting my tubes tied, or what they call the great snippening. So yes, I will be doing that myself. It's a little hard when I drug myself and then I have to go down there and work on the bits. But I'll do the best I can. Hopefully I get it right this time. Okay, so for Thursday, hey there, Gene. Eclipse energy is drained. Yes, it is. Okay, we have the Two of Coins. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. Petri gets what I'm talking about. Thank you, Gene. I got to get a colonoscopy. My other test came back positive. Ooh, hopefully you get that figured out. I am sorry to hear that. So, and then we have the Justice card. Okay, and this is for Thursday's general reading. Third chakra, Archangel Michael in reverse. Okay, if you look at him, he's definitely upside down, looking more like a bat than an angel. And then we have Door to Spirit. Okay, so what I'm feeling with this, and we got to talk about this, and I don't mention these things very often because I do not understand them. So that's why I don't talk about it. So this energy here, this eclipse energy, it's going to be in Virgo. I was watching another tarot reader that knows a little bit more about astrology than I do, which is every tarot reader that has ever existed and will ever exist. They said something about the full moon being in Virgo with Pisces sun. And apparently you got the Virgo that contradicts the energy of Pisces. So Pisces is kind of wishy-washy. Virgo is more direct. If any of this is wrong, I am so sorry for those of you out there that are scratching whatever part of your body that you do when you get confused. For me, it's my head. For others, I don't know. You guys figure that out. But anyway, it's going to be a shift of energies, a change of energies. Remember to like the video, please. We got 9 viewers. We got 3 thumbs up. Okay. That I need 18 thumbs. You guys can like the video twice, 3 times, because then you like it again after you don't like it. So then it kind of goes around. But Two of Coins is going to be making decisions, sticking with them. So I want you to be thinking about this right here. Third chakra, Archangel Shamuel. Okay. This is the willpower chakra. This is the chakra of fire, the solar plexus. And this is the chakra that deals with mediumship. This is the chakra that deals with spiritual abilities, but generally it's willpower, it's purpose. Okay. If this is in reverse, we can be wishy-washy with our opinions. We can be someone who doesn't know how to make a choice and how to stick with it. Okay. You don't want to do that. When we make a choice, we stick with it. Okay. You say chocolate ice cream, you get the chocolate ice cream. You don't thumper around thinking, oh, I'm going to get vanilla. You go for the chocolate because that's what you wanted. You wanted the chocolate. Simple as that. Okay. Or maybe the vanilla. I don't know. It's up to you. Do you like how I'm indecisive about you being decisive? Because that's what this is all about. Okay, then we have 5 of Cups in reverse. 5 of Cups in reverse. This card to me is all about definitely moving on from situations that have been tough to heal from before. So it feels to me like this Virgo energy is going to give us a sense of cleansing and I don't know what the hell that was. I heard a weird sound. Anyway, a sense of cleansing and a sense of moving on, moving forward. Okay. Justice. This is a Libra card here, and it deals with kind of cause and effect, seeing clarity, having truth come in. And I kind of view this similar in an energy to sort of like Virgo energy. For me personally, that's just always how I've seen the Justice card. Justice and the Hermit to me, I think they're right next to each other in the tarot too. I think the Hermit is 9 and just anyway, but I see them as being pretty similar with the kind of energies that they come across. But truth and clarity and the balancing right here. And then Door to Spirit is going to be just listen and allow things to flow. Do not block things. Do not block things off right here. Okay. Do not get that energetic constipation. All right. Let things pass, let things flow. And if it feels like it's too hard for us to hold on to something, let it go and see what happens and see what comes of it. a lot of times when we hold on to stuff, it is not for us to hold on to. It is for us to let go, but we're holding on thinking nothing better will ever come along. But when we let go in that act of just saying, you know what, the universe is going to keep providing for me, things get better and better. Okay. It's like if you went out and you planted a garden, right? And you refuse to eat the vegetables because if you ate them, they would no longer be in the ground. They would no longer be able to grow, but they are there to nourish you. The universe gives you opportunities to nourish you. And when it gives you those opportunities, take them in as they come, and more will come your way. But be grateful for what you are getting. Okay. The universe is the garden. Okay. And it gives us plenty to eat, plenty to nourish us. We just have to be in that state of flow and in that state of mind of like, I have enough, things are plentiful. All right. Justice is 8, Hermit 9, Wheel of Fortune 10. Right. Okay. Yep. And that makes sense. I've just always seen Justice and the Hermit is similar for whatever reason. And it's because, I mean, they're archetypes. They're close enough together, Major Arcana. And when you're telling a story, it's the hero's journey. Anyway, I'm yammering. Let's move on to the free readings. But just allow things to come to you as they need to. All right. Okay, now. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle. I've got the list right here. So, Sin, what was your question? Yeah, so tomorrow will be interesting. I've got a test, kind of like a test coming up for my trading. I've already passed the eval, which is good, but I've done that many times, and so that's not the hard part. The hard part is I need to get to a certain amount by tomorrow, the way that I'm doing this, the strategy that I have. And so wish me luck on my trading. I trade futures and the ES primarily. Okay. So Sin says, my question when you get to me, how does Jaden feel towards me at the moment? Well, he is discovering himself as, do you see him and I getting back together in the future romantically? Is he truly the one for me? He left because he wanted to do self-discovery and be on his own, and we are still in contact. Healthy. Okay. All right. I like to hear that. So I'm going to look at this. Do I see him and you getting back together in the future romantically? Let's look at that. There's technically 2 questions there. I'm just doing the one. So do I see you guys coming back together romantically? Let's look at that. Okay. Just wanted to say hello. Well, Emmy, hello. How are you doing? Again. Awesome. Okay. Well, let's see what we get here. Okay. Here's what I got. Let me sit all cross-legged style in this chair and prop my legs up like I'm at a gynecologist. So we have 7 of Swords in reverse. Take a gander at that. Love my pants. I know I love them too. They're super, super soft. Then we have the 4 of Swords in reverse. Also, it kind of matches my pants. Don't be jealous. Then we have the Lovers in reverse. Only thing I'm going to say right here is it's still going to take some time. This journey of self-discovery is going to take time. And normally I usually do time frames that are 3 months or shorter. Hopefully I'm wrong and it doesn't take 3 months. Hopefully it's shorter than that, but I have a feeling it's going to be longer than 3 months from what I'm seeing now on that journey of self-discovery. There could be something in the future, but what I'm getting now is very much to me like just give them their space. If there's good, healthy contact, that's great. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, there will be something better that will come along eventually. But that's what I'm seeing there. The Lovers in reverse, to me, it's still taking time, but if there's healthy contact, that's a really good thing. Okay? Nurture that and have it be what it is. And if for whatever reason, 2 still can't be together after this, wish them the best. and have it be something where your, the energy that you have is one of, even if it's not with me, I hope you're happy. That's the best energy we can have in these kinds of situations, which is hard to do, but that's something that we can have. So I would say just give it time. Give it time to see what comes up. Not that you can do anything else anyway, but yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, next one on the list, we got Monica. Monica, what is your question? Okay, let me put these away here. All right, there we go. Okay, Monica, are you there? Okay, Frankie, are you there? All right, so Monica, Frankie, or Gina, 25, sexy Gina, 25. Not regular Gina, 25. She died a long time ago. This is a sexy Gina. You're typing your question now. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, Jano, let us know how it goes with that. Jason, let us know how it goes. I read Jano, and I just, for whatever reason, it's hard for me to think your name is Jason. What is Brian's feelings towards me? Because I look at that, and part of me is thinking, Jess, no. That's not right. It's Jason. And if your name was J-on, then people would think your name was John, but it was spelled with a space. Like you're some sort of pretentious rock star. So I get why it's Jano, I think. I get it. Okay, Frankie. What are Brian's feelings towards Frankie? Let's see that. What are Brian's feelings towards Frankie? One more shuffle. Brian's feelings toward, whoop, I almost fell out of my hand and slipped on the floor, and then everyone would have died. All right, Brian's feelings toward, that's funny. That's funny. I said died, and then it's the death card. That's just kind of ironic. Okay. So we have the death card. Okay, this could be Scorpio energy, one of you, both of you, neither of you, half of one side of you. 5 of coins. Okay. And 9 of wands in reverse. Okay. All right. Gina, you'll be right after Frankie, so I'm glad you posted your question. That works that way. Okay. So the death card, right? Things are changing, things are moving on. 5 of coins, maybe feeling out in the cold or feeling a sense of distance from this person. If you're on here talking to me, probably either it's no contact, you're not talking to them in a way, or you're starting to get to know them, but it's not enough to ask them questions like, how do you feel about me? So that's kind of where we can see that. 9 of wands in reverse. To me, that's someone trying to get over something. There possibly could be feelings here, but the way I'm seeing it is it doesn't feel like there's a strong enough connection, or it doesn't feel like, not there being a strong enough connection. Because if I see 5 of coins, this to me is saying something's happened. Either the relationship was strong at one point and now it's not, or there never was anything in the first place and there's trying to be a connection, but I think it just has to happen kind of a little bit more naturally. If I'm looking at this, the feelings to me feel kind of like very slow moving. If anything, the death card is actually a good card in this instance, though. Yeah, Jay, we can put you on the list here. The death card is change, so things could change. But again, the way I'm looking at this, it doesn't feel like there's anything that's determining anything. I won't say no, but I'm not going to say yes. But I will lean more towards no at this point in time. Their feelings I don't feel are strong enough to be anything that would be romantic at this point in time. Or again, like I said, if there was a romantic feeling, that's changed. So if there was something between you guys and there isn't something now, but that's kind of what I'm seeing is that things can change. Just give it time. Nothing else we can do in these situations and see where things go from there. So yeah. Okay. Just give us 1 sec, Jay, while we get everyone else read here. We'll put you on the list. And yes, remember to like the video, if you guys wouldn't mind. Okay. Alrighty. Let me go to this real quick. Okay. All right, so, or no, I don't need to add things anymore in here. What am I doing? I got Jean in here now, so, okay. So, there's Sexy Gina, okay. And then April, you can post your question. You'll be right after Sexy Gina. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Petra. I appreciate that. You're always good with that. I never have to worry about you with that. Will Kay and I get closer in the coming weeks? Okay, so let's look at that. Will Kay and Sexy Gina get closer in the coming weeks? Because we know that me and Kay, we're tight as hell. Couldn't get any closer if we tried. So, but this is for you, Sexy Gina. We got to see what's going on with you and Kay. So let's see. Will Kay and Sexy Gina, 25, not 26, not 24, get closer in the coming weeks? There we nope. Yep. All right, there we go. There's always an interference. Ooh, yes, those ones are tricky. Those ones, it can feel like something's keeping you apart. You know, like something's separating both of you. Could be a number of things. Could be family, could be kids, could be friends, could be a bunch of different weird factors keeping you guys apart. Or like finally you could have some time together and then something happens. So I get it. I understand that. And it's uncanny when there's an interference, how it keeps interfering into all of it. Okay, so here's what I got. We have got, I'll just hold all of them at once because they're all in the same position. So we've got the 6 of Cups, the Moon card, and the 10 of Cups in reverse. So if I could say anything emphatically, I'm going to say no. I'm hoping I'm wrong, and in the coming weeks, there could be something coming together, but this is telling me that there's things blocking you at this point in time. It could be almost like a universal kind of thing of something blocking you. Because if the Moon card is in reverse, things are blocking you that have not been revealed, and they may not be revealed for a while. The 6 of Cups, yeah, the 6 of Cups can be like a reunion, but if it's in reverse, it's like not coming together. And then the 10 of Cups being in reverse, that's literally 2 people. I would say that's being split apart, right? Like, I mean, as far as I'm seeing it, I wish I could say something to the opposite of that. Maybe there could be something that happens, but the way I'm seeing it here, no, I'm not seeing that there's going to be anything in the future in the coming weeks. Hopefully, though, after that, there can be something. But yeah, again, hopefully I'm wrong. You guys can get together and it's good shit, right? But that's what the cards are saying. I just hate being the guy that breaks everyone's balls. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I will say it how it is. I'll break a few balls to make an omelet, or however that saying goes. I can't remember. All right. So then we have April. What do we got for April? It's okay. My balls are already broken. That's the way. Walk around with broken balls, then nothing can happen that's bad. Maybe a little bit of chafing, but other than that, it's pretty okay. I'll tell you, it's to me, it's never made sense. I don't understand why someone said at one point, yeah, culture, ask your question. Someone said at one point, okay, guys, you're gonna be strong, everything's gonna be okay. But if someone wants to kick your nibbly bits, you will want to die. And I'm just saying right now, it's horrible when like why are they on the outside of the body? Why aren't they on the inside of the body? Why does something so small and delicate have to be put on the outside of the body? I know you clicked on here for this. Yes, we're literally losing subscribers, and I love it. It's fine. Or we're losing people watching. It's what I'm talking about, guys. Okay, when will I move on from my current job, or what needs to happen before I leave my current job? Ooh, okay, that's a good one. Let's see. Let's see what we can get here. I hope it gets better, Gina. I really do. And I'm sorry it's been tough. When I was 5, I kicked the neighborhood bully in the balls because he punched my brother and made him cry. Well, there you go. I can guarantee that neighborhood bully cried as well. Yeah, Jean's a good sis. I won't ever piss you off, Jean. I can feel the pain already if I were to do so. Okay. All right. So let's see what we can come up with here. What do you need to? Let me read that one more time. What needs to happen before you leave your current? So let's look at that. Looks like there's 2 here. So I will pick one or the other. When will I move on from my current job, or what needs to happen before I leave my current job? When will you move on? Okay, I'll probably pick that one. Yes, you get to pick. Ooh, sweet. I'm going to pick the first one. Okay, so when would you move on? This one is very much a free will question, right? So a lot of things kind of need to line up, but we can look at time frames and see. When will you move on, or when, let's see, gotta read that one more time. Yeah, when will you move to another job? Okay. Okay. All right, so here's what I'm getting. We have 5 of Wands in reverse, the High Priestess, or Lady Gaga, sitting on that little moon chair, and then the Hierophant, or Bob Ross with a really bad haircut. And also, it's not really Bob Ross, but the Hierophant in reverse. Okay. Yeah, it's my choice, but I won't look for another job unless it's more aligned to me than my current job. Makes sense? Okay. I'm fiercely protective of people I care about. Try not to ever hit people, though. I get you. I understand. Unless they piss you off, or you're upset, or you're mad, or you're happy. Any of those emotions are fine, but just don't hit people if you're sad, like if you're too sad. No, that's good you don't hit, Gene. I hear you. 5 of Wands in reverse. This to me is feeling like things need, like you said, things need to line up. 5 of Wands can be a card that's about competition, but it's generally more of a friendly competition. If it's in reverse, though, it feels to me like there's kind of an incongruency with the self. So I feel like you're going to be ready to move on once you feel, like you said, like things are more aligned, right? Something is working out for you more in your future. Something feels like it's more, well, and then we literally have this card, the High Priestess. Okay, that really makes me think that things have to sort of be in the right spot for you. And it's not going to be a traditional kind of thing. Like this one is in reverse. So if this card is in reverse, the Hierophant is in reverse, that to me is saying that it's not going to be a traditional kind of thing that's going to happen. It's going to take some time. I would say I would say 6 months to a year. Hopefully it's not that long. Hopefully it's something that's quicker. But just because of how things have to line up, and I still think you're discovering yourself, you're still focusing on what it is you would want and what you don't want. If you want it to be something that's quicker, if you want it to be something that goes by quicker, what we can do is we can look at our core values and what we will and won't tolerate when it comes to finding a job or finding something that's more aligned with us. What I like to do is this, okay? And it sounds kind of weird, right? But I try to think of my goals and I plan them out as much as I can. There's always going to be free will and factors that are crazy and you can't calculate. But I like to think of ways that I can look at the future and make it so that I can make choices without really having to think about them because I'm thinking about things now. So I like write stuff down. I write down the pros and cons. I write down what I would want, what I don't want. And then that makes it so that when a big decision comes, instead of me panicking, I'm thinking, okay, I knew this was going to come down the line. Now I can make this choice. Now I can do this. And it makes it a lot easier for me to be like, okay, and then I don't have to spend a ton of brain power thinking about stuff. So what I do is I think, okay, what if this happened, right? Because I'm doing, hey there, Sophie. I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing my trading stuff, right? And I have a strategy that I use. But instead of sitting there and panicking over what's going to happen, I focus on what could happen as a possibility, and then I adjust my strategy from there. But I try to think of all the possibilities. And then I go into phase 2, phase 3, whatever it happens to be. And then that makes it easier for me to understand where to go and how to execute the plan, even if it seems like it's something that's really far off, or even if it seems like it's this, that, or the other. So focus on what you would want to happen that would be good. And then if the bad things happen, focus on how you can get out of that in a way. But focus primarily on how you're feeling, what you would want to attract, and then it becomes easier. And if you're focusing on, and don't spend too much time on this, but if you're focusing on the pitfalls of having what you would want, like you're focusing on getting what it is that you want, and then maybe there's something that could happen if you got something that you wanted, that would be like a side effect. Focus on things like that to make it so it's more likely that you can get what you would want. I know it sounds weird. I'm trying to think of an example. Okay, let's say I said something like, I want to make more money. Okay, that's why I'm doing the trading. That's why I'm learning all this stuff. I want to make more money. Okay, so then I would focus on, okay, if I make more money, what does that mean? There's going to be good parts to it and bad parts to it. One part is going to be I have to pay taxes, right? But if I'm thinking I have to pay taxes, that sort of still helps align me. Even though it's not the funnest thought in the world, it still helps to align me with the goal of making more money if I have to pay more taxes because I'm making more money. So there's ways that we can attach different levels of success or different outcomes to different things. Even if they're not necessarily the funnest things to think about, it's still something that we can do. What would I do if I had to focus on making more money to pay my taxes or to do whatever? So I use that as a way to sort of help me, if that makes any sense. But yeah. Thinking through as many, consequences of your success as you can. And when you do that, it helps to materialize it. If we're thinking of consequences of success, it makes it easier for us. You're very welcome, culture. It makes it very easy for us to keep on thinking about things in the way that we already have it. Because the only time we really think about stuff like that is when we're going through it. And so that means we're already successful, if that makes any sense. Evie, I think, is the one that has all of those, is it Japanese letters? I think it's Japanese, I'm not sure. Okay, so Jason says Eva, not Evie. Okay, well, there's another, okay. Yes, when it's your turn, Sophie, absolutely. Okay, so Eva, I'll have to. There's like 3 Eevees that come on the channel, and I thought you were one of the Eevees. One of the evolutions. That's a Pokemon joke. Okay. You're very welcome, Sophie. Okay. Will work remain steady or get busier this year? Let's look at that. Okay. Will work remain steady or get busier? All right. I'll look for cards of celebration when it comes to busyness. So cards of celebration, Okay. Sorry, I thought I heard something in the other room. Okay, let's do one more shuffle here for Jason. And yeah, please let us know how that goes for you, Jason, so that we can kind of get an update on you. Okay, so I'm going to say this. I do feel like things are going to pick up. The reason why, so we get the Lover's card, okay? Maybe with your business, if by the business you mean your tarot channel, or maybe you mean something else, but I could literally see this as maybe getting more love readings or getting more relationship readings as a possibility, because then we literally get these two cards. And if it's another business, I'm seeing it as there will be some success. Strength and the Queen of Cups, okay? Those two cards right there, it's very feminine energy, a little bit of the masculine energy, but it's very feminine energy. Letting things come to you is going to be the way that you can succeed in these kinds of businesses. And letting things flow without forcing, right? That to me is going to be the best way that you can achieve any kind of success. And that goes for anybody that's watching right now. You want to be successful, chase after what you want, but also know that what you want is chasing you. And sometimes the best way to have something catch up to us is from us stopping. Okay. And that just means we're reflecting when we stop. That doesn't mean we stop trying to achieve what it is we're trying to achieve. But sometimes we're running towards our goal, and we don't give the goal the chance to catch up. Hey there, Karu and Shirley. How you doing? But that's kind of the situation I'm seeing. So I think it's going to be busier. I do think it's going to be busier. Yes, Shirley, we can add you to the list. I'm doing good, Karu. I'm doing really good. Just been, let's see, I did the gym. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey there, MJ. How's it going? Okay. Remember, guys, please like the video if you haven't liked it. And if you have liked it, keep liking it, I guess. I wish you could just like forever. And then I'm like, oh, I got 5,000 likes. That wouldn't be suspicious. I'm doing good, MJ. I'm doing good. I am doing good. Okay, so we are on... Yeah, so MJ, so Shirley, MJ, and Karu. And thank you, Shirley, for the liking. I appreciate that. And Ari. Okay, and then we're on Jean. Here we go. May I ask what Virgo's female intentions are towards my Aquarius male friend? Okay. I did have a good weekend. So Jean, let's look at you. I'm going to do a little bit of extra stuff for Jean just because he's the mod. Okay. Let's see what we can have come up here. Alrighty. Spectacular things did I do. Let's see. What did I do? I ate a lot of Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Cherry Garcia. That is my favorite flavor until I find another one that is also my favorite flavor. But let's and then I did a little bit of art, played some video games, and I made my I made 12. Yes, Cherry Garcia is the best flavor. I made my psychic lessons for right now, they're just notes, but I'm going to turn them into a PowerPoint presentation. I got all 12 of my lessons done. Very good long lessons. I got those done, and so. But I'm going to make those into something a little bit more interactive and include some fun pictures and do that because I'm going to start teaching again. I am, Karu. I'm still doing personal readings. Am I teaching a class? I'm going to be, yes. Yes, I will be teaching class. Yes, I did. I had to cancel the last one. But yeah, I'm still doing the personals. If you're wanting to do that, Karu, we could absolutely do that. No, you're good. Okay, yeah, we could do that. All right, so Gene, let me look at your Virgo friend here. Okay. What if you keep pulling the Sun card regarding someone? Generally, that means things will be revealed. Usually, or it could be that there's a good connection, or it could be Leo energy coming towards that person. But the Sun is a good card, generally speaking. But I also see it as kind of an illuminator, right? But it can be a good card. It can be a card of celebration. The Virgo woman isn't my friend. The Aquarius man is my friend. Okay, I figured that's why you asked, Gene. You're trying to be protective, and you're trying to understand what it is that's going on. I figured that was the exact thing for why you were doing that. She returned after ghosting him for 5 years. No, that's weird.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
No, go away. Siri, stop it. Stop it. Sorry, my phone apparently thought right there that it had to tell me things. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. 4 of Coins in reverse. King of Cups. The Thinking Man in reverse. Victory. So I'm thinking the male friend isn't seeing the situation clearly, right? Are they thinking of this situation as like kind of with rose-colored glasses, so to speak? Like they're not seeing it as they ghosted me and now they're back. They're seeing it as they're back. Is that kind of how they're seeing the situation? And you don't want this person to get hurt, and so you're trying to see it in an unbiased way. But that's kind of how I'm seeing this. Ghosting someone for 5 years, that's a long time. That's like a lifetime for a guinea pig. Or close to it. But that's what I'm seeing here. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. 4 of Coins in reverse. And King of Cups, yeah, like the person coming back around. That's the energy I'm getting. And then I feel like I'm almost seeing it like breadcrumbs in a way. Like bread, gotta be careful with that word. Breadcrumbs being poured out. And ghosters have community. Right. Yes, ghosters are generally avoidant people, or they have avoidant attachment styles. She said she's in a relationship. She's constantly emailing him nonstop. If my friend doesn't message back quickly, she messages again. Okay. Yeah, I'm not liking that. I'm really not liking that. It's one of those situations, though. It feels to me like there's a pull on the friend, the Virgo, right? Or no, the Aquarius. The Aquarius is your friend. The Virgo's the one that's doing the pulling. So it feels to me like there's pulling here. And it feels to me like because of that, it's hard for the situation to be seen clearly. Does your friend... This is tricky because it's like you want to remain unbiased, but you also want to help your friend. Right. Absolutely, she's an avoidant. Yep. People like this, they're avoidant when you don't want them to be, and then they're an anxious attachment when you don't want them to be. Anyway, anxious avoidant kind of attachment, or just avoidant. But now that this person is wanting to come back into this other person's life, I don't like the fact there's a relationship going on here, and then she's still emailing and stuff like that. I would definitely say stay clear from this situation. Your friend, though, it's tough because I feel like there's a pull, and the friend wants to be there as much as they can. But I think even your friend is thinking that something's not right here. And the fact that they pulled away and they ghosted, and then it's 5 years later and they came back, this person probably doesn't want to lose the connection again, even though they're the ones that ghosted. I don't like it because to me it feels like when someone does something like this, the other person almost feels indebted to hear what they have to say. And generally speaking, when stuff like this happens, there's never anything good that comes from the other side of the situation. So I don't see the intentions here. I mean, Gene, with what you put out already, I'm not seeing good intentions here. I'm seeing someone who she said she wants nothing to do with him other than just make things right from what she did, but she won't stop messaging him. Yeah, so it's not about that. It's not about that. Here's how it goes. I will tell you exactly how this goes if what she said was absolutely true, and it's not. Here's how it goes. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Boom. Done. Whoa. This right here is some egotistic bullshit is what it is. 100%. If someone messages you, they keep messaging you, I'm sorry, I just want to make things right. I just want to make things right. I'm the victim here, even though I did what I did to you, blah, 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 blah. Okay? No, this is ego. Don't like it. It's bullshit. So that's what I have to say on that. I'll tell you how I really feel in a second. No, but seriously, that is so ego that it's cringe. I just want to make things right. Then say, I'm sorry. I caused you pain. I am so sorry. And then give the person some fucking space to figure shit out on if they even want to have you in their life and if they even want to accept your apology. If someone ghosted me for that long and they came back, I'd leave them on read. And I'd probably never say anything again because I do not owe them shit. I never did. Okay? When people do stuff like that, you leave them behind because they have shown you exactly that they are not someone that you can trust. Okay? You get one shot to do it. And if someone really cared about you and they really cared about how they made you feel, they would understand that you need space and time to process things. And if it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, hell, maybe even 5 years, wouldn't that be a kick in the teeth? Then you give that person space and time. And if they never talk to you again, oh fucking well. Okay? It's not about you. It's about them. I think she wants to run from her current man because they're supposed to be moving in together, and she's realizing that my friend was the best man she's ever met. Yes, leave them on read. They took you for granted. Okay, so even if that's the case, Gene, this person's playing games. Best case scenario, this person's playing games. Worst case scenario, this person's playing games. What I'm trying to say is here, there is no best case. There is no worst case. It's just, it is what it is. It's shit. This person, your friend, shouldn't be entertaining this other person, right? They probably still will, but I would say to stay away from this person. Nothing good can come from this. Nothing good. Nothing good. And if someone is bored and they're doing this and they're supposed to be in this relationship, then who's to say that she won't do that to this person? Who's to say that she won't be with this guy, possibly, even though she doesn't want to be there, right? I told him to let her go until she gets help, but she won't go. Right. But here's the thing, though. She can go, right? There's so many ways that they can go. First off, I'm not interested in you. Second off, you block them. Third, you put them in the spam folder in your emails or whatever, right? So there's no reason why they can't go. Even if you see the person, even if you see them in person, you just say, hey, I'm not interested. Can you please leave me alone? Right? That's the whole deal that I'm seeing here. Your friend needs to kind of get wise to this, right? And see it as what it is. Okay. And like I said, even if this person who apparently they're not interested in this person at all, it's bullshit. All of it's a game. All of it's a game. But even if there was something and there was a connection with these two again, okay, what would happen would not be good because literally she could just do this again. He's still in love with her. I had a feeling. Yeah, this is one of those situations where you just got to watch on the sidelines. I'm sorry, Gene. You just got to watch on the sidelines and kind of see it. I had a feeling you've told him all this. I think the only reason you would ask me is to kind of clarify what you've already said, to see if we were on the same page, so to speak. And we are. We're on the same page. But the thing is, when you say this stuff to someone, They will not hear it because they ghosted me. They did this, they did that. And it created this feeling of longing. And now that this person is back in whatever way, shape, or form, this other person's like, I can't screw it up this time. I can't do this, I can't do that. And because your friend has a wound somewhere inside of them, they're using this person as a way to validate themselves during this time. And it's also ego on their part too. We can have the ego of the victim and we can have the ego of the person, the perpetrator, right? And I'm not saying that your friend isn't bad. I'm just saying if we have unhealed wounds, that's also ego as well that we get caught up in. And then the people that do the wounding, they do the wounding out of ego as well, generally speaking. So I get that she wants to replace her current man with someone better because her current guy is a bad guy and she's going through her options. Yeah, that sounds, I mean, yeah, I think you're right, but also gross. You know what I mean? Like that's some nasty bullshit right there. Don't like it. Don't like it. I think there's 1,000 ways that someone could go about this kind of situation. But like I said, if I wronged somebody, I message them and I say I'm sorry. And then if they look at my message and they leave me on read, that's their prerogative. They have every right to do so because I messed up. I fucked up big time. So if that's the situation, I'm fine with that. Does it hurt? Yes, but it's my pain to deal with. It's my thing that I caused. And if the outcome is that the person sees that I'm sorry, but they don't respond, that's fine too. It sucks. Oh well, I can't do anything about that. All I can do is apologize for the behavior that I did do, and hopefully I don't repeat it in the future. Right? I can't force someone to accept my apology. I can't do anything like that. But yeah, it's a very avoidant BPD thing to do. Yeah, that's a lot of germs and energy vampire work. Yeah, it's a lot of energy vampire is the best way to describe it. The supply and the the empath and the narcissist. Those words, I don't like using them a ton anymore. I'll still use them. But we've kind of overused it to describe so many things. And like, I quit doing this for a couple years and I heard the term narcissist over everything online. It was something that was thrown around and it loses a lot of its connection because a narcissist is much deeper than just, there's people that are just avoidant. There's people that are just shitty. They're just not fun people. They're not necessarily narcissistic, but they're so unhealed and avoidant that they might as well be. But those people still need to look at themselves. They still need to work on themselves, right? Because if you, what's the word? If you don't heal what hurt you, you'll bleed on people that didn't cut you, right? And that's kind of a situation that can happen here. Yes, it sucks. It sucks really bad, but here's how it kind of goes in life. We have something happen, okay? Like, I'll give you a scenario. I was a little kid and I needed a situation, or I had a situation where, and I'm just giving an example. From what I can remember, I don't think this ever really happened, but imagine you're younger, okay? You're in your room and your mom or your dad comes in and they just completely push everything on the ground and open your toy box and they pull everything out and they make a mess in your room. They put all your clothes on the floor. Everything is just scattered about like a tornado hit your room, okay? They are not going to clean it up either. They're not going to clean it up. You can sit there and you can yell at them and you can talk to them and say, that wasn't right what you did, all that stuff. It doesn't matter. You still need to clean up your room. You still need to understand that it's your space. Nobody else is going to clean it up but you. You can ask someone to help you clean it up. A lot of the time, they're not going to. So you need to look at this as like a time to be like, okay, I need to clean up my space. I need to clean up my room. I need to clean up my emotional house, my heart, okay? And then from there, we can enter relationships that are healthy and that are strong. And instead of feeling like we're attracting the wrong person over and over again, it starts becoming something where it's like, oh, okay, I understand the areas where I was kind of begging for someone to love me, and that repels people because we have to work on ourselves, and then we don't beg for anything, because when we're begging, we're showing the universe that we don't already have it. We're showing ourselves that we don't already have it. So instead of being in a begging mentality, we need to be in a mentality of like, things flow to me, things come to me easily, right? Like like anything in life, if we're grateful for what we already have, that's good. If we're begging for more, it shows that we're lacking in some area, and we don't need to lack. We have all the love, all the self-appreciation that we need. We just need to use it, right? We tend to focus on other people and goals and see those as what we need to achieve, when really it's self-love and that self-mastery that ultimately leads to everything else. And so that's kind of something we can do. Narcissist just means they need major healing. Yeah, it's one of those things, but people, that's something too that I don't talk about a lot on the channel, is because some people will be in a situation with a narcissist, like with a genuine narcissist, and they'll be like, oh, but they're hurting. They're just a little kid. I can see their vulnerable side. I can see all this stuff. And it's like, okay, but only heal someone if they are willing to work on themselves and help themselves to heal. Otherwise, you will just exhaust yourself. You'll mentally just work yourself into the ground. If someone wants to heal with you and they want to be vulnerable with you, that's a beautiful thing. But if you're doing all of the work and they're looking at what you're doing and they're upset with you over it, they're pissed off over the fact that you're trying to help them heal, then don't do it. Do not heal. And if that's something where you can't see eye to eye and you need them to heal for the relationship to work, then step out of that relationship, because it will not happen. And you're going to spend years and years and years of your life with someone that does not appreciate the fact that you want to help them heal, and that you could be a safe space for them, and that they could be vulnerable with you. If they don't see it that way, though, then you have to step away. It doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. The only thing wrong that you would be doing in that situation is staying with someone who doesn't see your inherent value, and wishing that they did see your inherent value, and feeling like this is the only person that could see me in this way, when that's not the case, right? Everything I've told him that is going to happen has happened. I'm seeking outside insight because I keep getting that she deep down feels a deep connection with him and will return to him. I'm sure she will. People can have narcissistic tendencies or characteristics, but not be narcissists. Everyone has those characteristics or tendencies. Every single person, even if you've worked on yourself, there's going to be times where you choose your own self-interest in a situation where you probably shouldn't have. That's what we can grow as humans, and we can work towards things. We all have egos, and those egos sometimes feel like they have to do really weird shit to survive. And so it's important for us to work on ourselves and make our unconscious as conscious as we possibly can. You're very welcome. I honestly don't like the term, we all have things. Yes, that's when you have to learn to say goodbye, because we are responsible for our own happiness. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Jay, what was your question? We get talking here, but all of this stuff is important for you guys to hear. It's important for me to hear too. So don't be thinking I have it all figured out. I'm trying my best, just like everyone else. We all have our different issues that we're working toward. We all have different shit. Okay. Petra, I love when we talk about any subject. Well, thank you. I love it when we talk about any subject too, and I am very good at talking about any subject. Anything except for tarot. I'm awful at that. Can you imagine? Can you just imagine? Oh, the audacity. I'm doing good. Cassandra. Went to the gym. I took a break for a little bit, and then I went back. And so, yes, Eva, post your question. Yeah, and then I went back, and it was good. Oh, that was quick. Perfect. Can you share what you feel Spirit Universe needs me to hear? I feel like a message is being shown to me in dreams and thoughts, but I can't seem to decipher it. I feel it is important, time sensitive. We could do that. That's a good one. Yes, and Petra, maybe one evening we can just do open discussion. We could do that. I heard a great phrase today. We are all the villain in someone else's story. You know what? I can see it. I can absolutely see it. Jason, you're the villain in someone's story. I am not, though. But if that's how you see yourself, buddy, you know, that's... Oh, I'm just kidding. Yeah, every person is going to... people will like us for no reason. People will hate us for no reason. And then there will be people that are just like very indifferent, right? We don't get to decide that stuff. But let me look at Eva's question here. So yes, Anita, I can add you to the list, or Jean can add you to the list if you wouldn't mind, Jean. We've all hurt someone whether we've intended to or not. Yes, absolutely, we've all hurt someone. We've all had that. And some make up stories when they don't understand someone. Absolutely, that too. We make up stories, 100%. All of that stuff is absolutely true. And that's why if someone is talking about someone else, do not believe them, okay? Try to hear the truth from the situation. If someone is saying something, look at that person and be suspicious of the person that's spreading a possible rumor. Some people will say things just to get a reaction. Some people will say things because it makes them feel important. So make sure if someone is saying something that there is actually truth to it before you ever decide to believe in it, right? That's for your own good, okay? Odds are if someone is talking about someone else behind your back, they're doing the same thing with someone else behind your back. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things, okay? If there's people that are spreading rumors, they're also spreading rumors about you, probably. Nine of coins, okay? Temperance. Seven of coins. So Eva, what I was seeing here was I was seeing a peacock being the first thing I was seeing. And it's like a peacock that wasn't showing its feathers yet. So I'm wondering if there's a fear of stepping forward into your own power because maybe you would feel a sense of like imposter syndrome, right? I feel like there's a sense of wanting to move forward, wanting things to move in a direction that's positive, but there could be a fear of change. But all of these cards are good. Nine of coins to me is focusing on financial independence or focusing on physical happiness or doing something that makes you happy physically, again, or financial. Temperance being the card of balance, seeking balance. So there could be something where maybe we feel like we're taking and we're not giving, or maybe we feel like we're giving but we're not getting something back. So that to me is something that's coming in from the universe, because then we have the Seven of Coins right here. And that to me is kind of harvesting or reaping what we sow. And I see this as being really good stuff. The time sensitive, what's interesting is this, okay? Spirit generally, if we're hearing a message and it feels really time sensitive, a lot of times that can just be us putting a time limit on it or us putting our egos with it. When Spirit is trying to tell us something, it's going to do so in a way that's more, hey there, MJ, you have a good night too. When Spirit is telling us something, it's going to do so more in a way that's gentle. It's not going to make us feel like we have to rush or we have to figure something out. Spirit generally focuses on giving things in the time that it needs. It doesn't focus on putting a time limit on it or like you said, making it time sensitive necessarily, okay? There's very, very rare occasions where that can kind of be the case, but generally speaking, it's very much we kind of go at our own pace and we do things that way. Hey, look, hero. So I would say focus on whatever's in front of you now and focus on letting things go that don't have any importance to you at this point in time, and focus on the tasks that need to be accomplished now and worry about the other stuff later. There was a saying that I heard and I really liked it, and it was don't do things perfectly, just do things. And then if you can go back, fix it up a little bit more later on, but just do the thing that you need to do and then focus on making it better as time moves on. But just get stuff out of the way, do things, okay? Because there is no perfection that we can reach. We kind of get caught up in having to do something a certain way. And I can guarantee you that 99% of the time, we are the ones that are just being persnickety and we're thinking we have to do something this certain way to make sure that it works this certain way. And so many times other people would not even notice all of the work, the detail, the everything that we do. We just do it and then we exhaust ourselves, and then there's no energy at the end of the day to give back to ourselves, and then we're exhausted, and then we feel like, okay, I need to focus on me, right? But that's what I'm seeing there. Imposter syndrome can be feeling like You're very welcome, Eva. Imposter syndrome can be feeling like you're living a life that isn't yours necessarily, or like for me, for instance, right? I've had it many times where I felt like I was an imposter, like I was pretending to be a tarot reader, or I was pretending to be a psychic, right? But I'm not pretending, it's what I'm doing, right? And so those are something that we have to come to terms with. Imposter syndrome is just feeling like we're fakes in some way, shape, or form, like we're not able to do the things we say we can do, or we're not able to be who we want to be, right? We feel fake when we're met with the authenticity of the truth, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of imposter syndrome, if that helps. A few weeks ago, I applied for a job and had asked you how it would go. You pulled the Queen of Pentacles, so I knew I'd hear back from them. I actually had the interview this afternoon. What do the cards and guides want me to know about the outcome? Okay, let's look at that. Let's take a gander here. Okay. Alrighty. You're welcome. Sure, Lucero, we can put you on the list. At about 125 or 130 on the live, Gene, I don't know if it says it on your end. What is MTG, Eva? You're good. You're good, Cassandra. I'm not judging you for your English. I do not. It doesn't. Okay. So in about 20 minutes, I'm going to want to close the list. So 20 minutes from now, if we can close Magic the Gathering, I know I look like I would, right? I look like I would literally sleep with my favorite card, and I would be like, this is my favorite card, you know, something the destroyer. I don't know. It's the forehead. It's the fact that the forehead, the glasses, the way I sit in the chair, me as a person, my soul, I seem like I would like Magic the Gathering. And in fact, I know nothing about it. As I asked you what the acronym was for it, I do not know anything about it. I, however, have heard people talk about it. And it seems like a lot of people like it. My nephew likes it. But I know nothing about it. And he's tried to help me play, like learn the rules and stuff. I don't get it. I do not get it. I never got Yu-Gi-Oh! I never got... probably have a tarot tat. No, I don't. I do not have any tattoos. I do not have any tattoos because my body is a temple. I got to eat some Doritos later for my temple body. No, I would get a tattoo. I'm just trying to think of what would look good on me. Okay, so I'm going to look at Kiru's reading here. So what would be the outcome? Jeez. That's rare. I get those. That's rare. I get 3 major arcana. It's not the pain for me, surely, that would stop me from getting a tattoo. Because I would do that shit. I would do that shit even if it was painful. Judgment. I would like it to not be painful though, because I am a squishy bunny when it comes to pain. But ultimately, so the Moon card, Judgment in reverse, and the Emperor in reverse. That's a lot of power there. That's a lot of cards. And the way I'm seeing it is, oh no, Moon and reverse cards. Yes, Moon and reverse cards. Doesn't mean anything negative. Could mean that it's going to take some time. Could mean that it's going to take some time. Judgment in reverse, the Emperor in reverse. The way I'm seeing it, it could be that maybe they're looking for someone with more initiative. Hopefully that's not the case though. Because that you feel like someone that has what they would need. You did the interview. There was the Queen of Pentacles. The Judgment in reverse though, maybe it's just going to be, it's going to be later that you hear back rather than sooner. Give me 1 second here. So I'm just feeling like it could be a wait. I'm hoping I'm wrong, though. You get the job. It's a simple, quick, easy process. But it feels to me like there's going to be a wait. I'm wondering how many candidates or how many people they've interviewed or how it's going, because it feels to me like things aren't working as effectively or efficiently with this company as they could be. So maybe it's just because someone's dropping the ball, or maybe it's because they don't exactly know what they're doing or how they're hiring or what it is that they're kind of going for. But that's what I'm seeing there, if that makes any sense. So I would say just give it some time and see what, I mean, there's nothing else you can do in this situation. Just give it some time. Hopefully, though, you get the job. It could be that there's a delay. The moon card means that there can be hidden things, right? There can be hidden things that we wouldn't know about that could be blocking the connection. Judgment in reverse, the Emperor in reverse. The only thing you can do is give it time. That's it. That's all I'm seeing here. I wish it could be something that was more, positive. And again, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully you do get it. But that's just what the cards are saying here. I would probably get a back tattoo if I could. I have tattoos all over my body, and the only one that really hurt was the one on my belly. I would get a back tattoo on my arms, an arm tattoo on my back, a belly tattoo on my forehead, and then a chest tattoo like lower back. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay. I have a lot of drones at night when it's clear and not raining. Who are all these drones? What's the deal with the drones? Do they want some insight into it? The drones come up close. It's weird. Okay, so if we're doing the drone stuff, I can go into a couple things here, but I think we're on Airy now. So some of the drones that I've heard about, is there anything that you can see that comes out? You're welcome, Kiru. You're welcome. Based on the drones that you're seeing, I have heard that sometimes they do topographical mapping. That's something that I've heard that the drones can do. Okay. Gene asked you to post. Okay. Well, I had... okay, there you are. I was looking back at one of these and it said... Oh, okay, I missed it. Never mind. You're right. It is your turn, Shirley. I was looking at that wrong. Okay, so let me look at the stuff they're posting with here. Hey there, Jesse. I don't usually do the channeled messages. I'm sorry, but you don't have to wait to hear that. I'm still working on doing channeling and doing mediumship and stuff like that, but I don't do it on this channel in a free format. So you didn't have to wait very long though to hear me say that, but I do appreciate you coming on here. But yeah, and I'm sorry to hear about your partner. But I'm still learning with mediumship, and so not something I'm going to be offering for a while at least. Okay. So what is going on with Shirley and these drones? Like I said, I feel like it could be topographical kind of stuff, because I've seen it where there's been like lasers and stuff that come down. I don't know if they're visible to the naked eye or not. I don't know if it's a special camera that sees the lasers coming down, but it's like they're looking at something. They have been coming on the property for a long period of time, 6 months or more. They have come up close to the barn, by the windows in the house. It's really creepy, so I feel uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't like that either. That does feel invasive. So what's the deal with these drones? Well, I'm sorry that's going on, Shirley. That's bizarre. Temperance, 9 of coins, King of swords. If it was me, and I know this isn't like the way to deal with it, but if it was me, I'd almost shoot one of them down and see what the hell's going on, because, or something, I don't like the fact that they keep coming by. And if the government's not saying that they're doing anything with your property, I would have a feeling you have a right to privacy, and whoever is piloting these drones, to me, I don't like that. There should be a way to see who's coming on the property. I can't ride in the indoor arena comfortably. I can understand. I don't like that either. Have you tried to get anyone to look at, I don't even know who you go to. Because the cards I'm getting with answers to this question, I would say if you can, play baseball towards those drones. Yeah, I have to close the doors, and then it's just not clean air anymore. Yeah, you shouldn't have to do that. Is there anyone you can call or any authorities you can talk to? Because to me, it feels like the drones are just being pests at that point. Or there's people that are using them, but you should. Yeah, I would say surely look into it instead of asking me. That feels invasive. I would say look into it and see what you can come up with. Especially if it's been 6 months or more, there's not a lot. I mean, I would say look into it. I don't like it. I would look into it. I would try and get some people involved and see why the hell there's drones, because to me that's not right. And I think MJ went to bed because she said goodnight, everyone, unless she's still here. It could be they like to see people scared, but for 6 months doing it that way, yeah, I don't like that. I would say just get the authorities involved. But that's what I would look at. I don't think there's any reason. It is strange. Maybe I should see where they have to register to have flight of them. You could do that. You could see. But if there's any way you can go in and talk to the cops and say, I've got these drones that have been coming on the property. What can I do about it? And they've been doing this for 6 months, like you said, and you're feeling unsafe or you're feeling like you don't have privacy, I would definitely say see what's going on. The fact that it's not just one drone, but it's several. Yeah, city council might be good too. Yeah, I would say look into it. Definitely look into it and see what you can come up with. Yeah, I would say look into that. I just don't like that. I don't like that. And when it comes to looking at the cards for something like that, that's more of a personal issue, right? So I would say look into it. There's absolutely no reason why it should be going on, especially like that. To me, it's invasive. So see if you can get the authorities involved and go from there. Let's see. So Ari, the beautiful Aries princess, step forward. I live up where I have amazing views and a lot of airplanes come up over the area too at times. Sounds nice. I've got about another I think I'm just going to be done for the readings tonight, and then when I'm done with those readings, I'll probably get off. Okay. So, Cassandra, what's your question? Okay, Cassandra, you go for it. Ooh, that's a good one too, Petra. A Facebook group for her area. That's not a bad idea because you might be able to get some answers there too. Oh, okay, Area's here. You messaged straight back, but it didn't show up. Okay. I'm sorry, Sophie. We'll do it tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow. Okay. So I'm gonna read Cassandra and then I'll read you, Ari, just because Cassandra posted first after. But you'll still get your reading. It'll just be so I'll read Cassandra and then I'll read you, Ari. What would be the possible outcome of meeting C this week? Good or bad? Let's look. Okay, perfect. So we'll do. Okay, you did perfect there, Ari. You posted your question, and I will get to you right after Cassandra, like I said. So let's do this here. But that's a good way to do it because then I can go from Cassandra's question to yours. Okay, so what would be the possible outcome of a meeting with C this week? Good or bad? My name starts with C. But I don't think you're meeting me this week because I'm not aware of what I'm doing. But I have a sleepwalking double life, and I don't know what I do when I sleepwalk. I try not to wake myself up. Whatever it is, though, I'm making money from it, so I just don't ask questions. Okay. What would be the possible outcome of meeting C this week? Okay, so all of these are in reverse. So I'm going to say be cautious with them. 3 of Wands in reverse, 6 of Coins in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse. So be as cautious as you can in this situation, and don't take anything to mean anything else. Like don't infer something when it's not there. Make sure that if this person is talking to you, if you do meet up, okay, meet up in a place that's like a public place. If they're wanting something that's more intimate to meet up at and you don't feel comfortable, say you'd want to meet at a coffee shop or say you'd want to do this or that. If they're an old friend, but you still get kind of that weird feeling, still say you'd want to meet at a cafe or you'd want to meet somewhere else. Just be safe in all of this stuff. But it looks to me like they could be wanting to meet and maybe they have ulterior motives. So maybe, if I'm seeing the Queen of Cups in reverse, that to me says there could be something else going on. 6 of Coins in reverse, 3 of Wands in reverse. It could be something that you're not necessarily wanting to entertain. So I would say if you meet this person, just be cautious. Don't be like overly cautious, but like go someplace, like I said, public. Always bring your own car or arrive in an Uber or whatever. Don't go with them to another location if you don't feel safe, that kind of stuff. If I'm seeing this, to me, it's just saying be cautious. So that's what I'm seeing here. Just be cautious with the interaction. I have researched Petra about drones, and one chicken farmer in a different state has the same problem with his privacy, and it was the government spying on him. He ended up bringing a lawsuit due to invasion of privacy. Lawsuits aren't healthy, but in that case, if someone was pestering me with stuff like that, I'm going to start shooting them down. I mean, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that something is buzzing around and hanging around specifically and getting up close to me or my stuff. I don't like that. I'm going to start shooting them down. Okay, and if something happens, I would imagine you start shooting them down. Eventually, someone's going to come up to you and be like, "Hey, don't shoot those drones. They're mine." I mean, that's one way to get to the end of the solution. Yeah, I don't like that they get close to you. That's the part that gives me the creeps. They shouldn't be doing that. If they're clear up in the air and they're flying by, I wouldn't shoot them. I wouldn't even try. But if they're getting real close, we're throwing hands. I would for sure be pissed with a baseball bat, yeah. Looked up shooting them down, and it said you can get a felony for shooting them. A neighbor was saying, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, if they're getting close, though, and they're harassing you, what I would say is this, okay? If you see the drones, here's something you could do. If you see the drones, tape yourself interacting with the drones. Like you're just walking around or you're doing something. Get a camera, and let's see how close the drones get to you. And then if it's something and you have a lot of footage of them getting close, you're welcome, Cassandra. And you're seeing them getting close, then at that point, like I said, start shooting them, start doing whatever. If you have enough evidence that they're getting close to you, they're harassing you, your animals, or whatever is going on, or your family, loved ones, if that's the case, then I would say you start doing whatever it is you need to do because they're starting to harass you. You're super close at times and up to the window. My dog was growling at them. Yeah, a friend of mine saw them and was shocked. Yeah, so I'd say, like I said, record them, get them on camera. That might be enough to scare them off, maybe. If they're trying to record you, then you record them right back. And then eventually, if it starts getting to that point where it's bad, then, like I said, take some action. But talk to the cops and see what they have to say. And one neighbor saying, oh, you could get a felony if this happened. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, your neighbors probably don't know shit. Talk to the cops. See what they're talking about first. Get actual information, because a lot of people like to say a lot of things and there's nothing to back it up. Just saying, could be a great neighbor, but sometimes people speak out of their ass and they think that they're speaking the truth. If you're being harassed, you can take measures to get rid of the harassment. I think that's something we all have a right to. So it's like if someone was coming up to you and being like, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching. Eventually, the fifth time they say it, I'm going to be like, yeah, but I'm going to be touching you. And then you're going to fall down. You know, you're getting on my nerves a little bit. I don't condone violence, but just leave people alone. Give people space. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do this right now. So free list is closed. Free list will be officially closed. And the paid list is closed too. It's all closed. Call a news channel for talking to a reporter. That one's not bad either. That's not a bad one. There's lots of things that can be done, I would think. Okay. Let me go here. Okay, then we had Ari, which I'm going to go back up and read her question again. She said, let me find it again. What you need to know right now. Okay, there we go. Okay, thank you so much, Gene. I appreciate you putting that up. I looked it up online, and they said drones have open airspace, and even if you live on property, you can't shoot at them. It's a felony crime if you do. Okay, all right. Like I said, though, if they're getting up close, open airspace is one thing, but they shouldn't be pestering you. Still look further into it, Shirley. Ask the cops. Anything that's an invasion of privacy, I just don't like that. I get open airspace, but they shouldn't be like that. You're welcome. You're very welcome, Shirley. Call the police and film. I think that's the best thing you can do. And you filming them might actually unnerve them enough to have them step away, possibly. Okay. Yeah, they shouldn't be near to your window. Make it go high. Yeah, you could do that too. That would be funny. You spray them down. So what does Ari need to know right now? So we have Queen of Swords in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, and Six of Swords in reverse. I would say this, focus on what you already have. I think there tends to be a way of looking at things where we're not saying you're ungrateful, Ari, but if I see these two in reverse, to me, it's thinking about things, wanting more to feel like we can get more, if that makes any sense. Six of Swords in reverse, it feels like we could compare ourselves to other people, and it makes it so that we don't see our own kind of gifts and our own kind of talents that we have. And so to me, it's going to be comparison is kind of the thief of joy. There's going to be people that live better lives, people that live worse lives, people that live the same, similar lives, whatever. But we can focus on what we have in the moment, in the now, and that's going to be the best way for us to move forward and to find more things to be grateful for. It's hard not to compare myself to other people. Most have it better than I do. I can understand. I get it. But it doesn't help us, right? To compare ourselves doesn't do anything other than make us see where we feel like we're coming up short. I can guarantee you that the way you look at things, you're like, oh, other people have it better than me. Okay, there will be people that look at you and think, oh, she has it better than me. It's all a comparison, okay? And every person is given different things in their life, different tests and different things they have to overcome. But when we look at someone else and we envy what they have, we don't understand what it took for them to get there, okay? And there's certain people that have had to lose certain things to gain the things that they have. There's certain people that have probably done things that we would never do to get where they are. There's certain people that have to live with the consequences of their life, okay? We look at it and we see the stuff, the things, the experiences, the life, whatever it happens to be, but we don't know what it took for them to get there. And some people, they knew the right people and it was easy for them. Other people, they kind of have to go through life in a way that seems more difficult. But all of it is made for us to understand ourselves better. It's not made to hurt us. It's not made to leave us bent, broken, or destroyed. It's made to help us grow as people. When we compare ourselves to others, we're missing the lesson. We're seeing it as something that is only meant to hurt us, and that's not how the world works. We can take so much from the lessons that we're given, even though they can be difficult. It can be something that can be harsh at times. But the comparison doesn't help us. It doesn't help us to do better. It just makes it so that we're angry and we're bitter and we're like, oh, it should be easy. It should be this. It should be that. And it's like, no, it's the way it is. And yeah, I understand though. I get it. I used to be very, very angry and bitter with what I had. I mean, when I was younger, did not have an easy life. And even now, I'm still dealing with the repercussions of the stuff I had to go through. And so I understand that I understand comparing yourself. I understand looking around and seeing things as being lack of instead of beautiful in the way that they come across. But when we are grateful for what we already have, we can get more. And that's something that we can focus on. It sounds paradoxical, but it is something that can absolutely help us. Good point. My mom is in a wheelchair and can't walk or be in her own home, so I can't imagine who said that would be. So happy I can walk and I'm healthy today. Yes, there you go. Yeah, and it's one of those things. Life is just, yeah, there's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad, there's a lot of stuff that happens in between the good and the bad, and we just have to be grateful that we're here at all and kind of go from there. Hopefully that helps, Ari. Okay, so Anita, are you there? You're welcome, Mary. Thank you for letting me do the read. Petra says, I was talking with my sister earlier about not trying to understand why life feels like there is no justice. It is just that it is just that way. There's just no why. Okay, so sometimes if we're looking at it in terms of justice or karma in this life, right, that doesn't mean anything. I've thought about this a lot. And yeah, Campanese, post your question. I've thought about this a lot. And just because we don't see something happening directly to someone doesn't mean that there isn't justice being served. Also, something could happen in another life that the person is going to go through. Us thinking that we're going to witness a person's downfall that did us wrong in this life, to me, seems kind of pretentious, because who's to say that it will or it won't? And who's to say we get to decide the timeline of someone's quote unquote demise, right? And also, I'm going to say this: someone hurts us, okay? And then we want that person to hurt. There's something wrong with us. I saw something and it made me sick, and I get it. I understand where it's coming from. But there was people, okay? There was a serial killer, and when that serial killer was being put to death, there were people outside celebrating the fact that another human being was dying, even though that human being was disgusting. Okay, and I did not agree with anything that person was about at all. It made me sick that other people were rooting for the death and the downfall of somebody, even if they're shit, right? If someone does something wrong to me, I want to be a better person. I do not want something bad to happen to that person. I mean, yeah, justice I can understand, but eventually you move past a point and you're like, I just want to be happy. I want to feel peace in my soul. Someone else suffering does not make me feel better. Okay, me shooting someone in the foot that did me wrong doesn't do anything, but all of a sudden that person has a hole in their foot, right? I don't feel happy because someone is suffering. So to me, I don't see the point in rooting for another person's downfall, because to me, that's ego, right? That's just me, though. But that's just always how I've seen it. So Campanese says, what am I supposed to learn from this 5D connection with SN Aries? Okay, let's look at that. Things happen. Things go around and they come around for different people at different times. And we will be part of it and we won't be part of it. That's just how life is. And sometimes we'll see something happen, sometimes we won't. But we can't sit there and think, oh, the thing didn't happen, or there's no consequences for that person's actions. We have no idea if there's consequences for that person's actions or not. There's so many things that happen behind closed doors that person could actually be facing consequences, but we would never know it, because they could be private, or it's not something they're talking about, or, no one's going to be like, I'm in trouble, and post it all over their social media with like a cheeky little grin and like, no, it doesn't work that way. Okay. Okay, so let me read this again. What am I supposed to learn from this 5D connection with SN Aries? Let's look at that. We make mistakes, right? We make mistakes, but thinking we're going to be punished for our mistakes, to me, it's very contrarian. I don't know. I don't think of it like God is up there and he's like, okay, you made that mistake, now you're going to suffer a little bit. for me personally, I don't believe that. But I think we do good to feel good, to spread love. That's what I think. When we do bad, sometimes we do bad for what we feel is the right reason. I don't think that it's as simple as this happens, you get punished. This happens, you get rewarded. I think that that's very kind of Pavlovian to think that way, but that's kind of how I will go from there. So there's 7 of coins. Okay. Then we have 9 of wands. 9 of wands in reverse. And then we have the hermit in reverse. So maybe, I'm wondering if this SN Aries, I'm wondering if you're helping them to heal. The 5D connection could be helping them to heal, maybe helping them to find their path. It can be difficult possibly to guide this person at times, but I'm wondering if that's what's happening. Either you're helping them on their path or they're helping you on your path, or there's like a mutual thing. But the hermit in reverse is coming out of a time of isolation or seclusion and wanting to kind of reunite with the world. 9 of wands in reverse, to me, is focusing and seeing struggles as ways to better ourselves, as ways to focus on things. And then 7 of coins is cultivation or the harvest. That's kind of what I'm seeing there. So it feels to me like you're working through issues, or you're helping the other person work through issues to kind of get to a resolution in some sense. So I see this as a really good reading. But there can be times where possibly you're pressing each other's buttons, or there can be times that can be difficult. But I don't see it as necessarily... Okay. All right, that makes sense. Perfect. All right, so just, yeah, it looks good. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad that makes sense. So then we'll do this Lokiro. Hey there, Lisa. Awesome, Lokiro. Okay, what was your question? It's going good, Lisa. How are you doing? I'm sure you're typing your question now. So Lokiro's question will be the last one for the night, and then I will call it good. But everyone, thanks for tuning in. But let's do Lokiro's question here. What do my recent dreams about my uncle mean? I've had 3 now and only remember the second one where I was hugging him. He currently has me blocked after I unblocked him. Okay. So the only thing I'm thinking about with this is, Lokiro, you've mentioned your uncle on here a lot, and I understand that that connection is important to you. So the dreams to me are coming from that. Like it's coming from the fact that you're thinking about this so much that you're starting to dream about it. When we dream about something that we're not necessarily thinking of or focusing on a lot, then to me there can be a message there. But this right here sounds like we're focusing so much on your uncle that it's making it so that you're, obsessive thoughts would be one way to put it. We're focused so much on that. So I'm thinking what it means for you is you're wanting a connection with them, but they have you blocked, right? And so you hugging them, there being that connection, to me, it feels like you're just wanting that connection more than anything. And I'm sorry that that's the case, especially since you unblocked them and then they blocked you. Again, to me, it's like your uncle is very immature in the way he chooses to handle things and the way he chooses to deal with things. But that's kind of the situation I'm seeing there. It would be different if, it would be like you hadn't thought of your uncle in 5 or 6 months, and all of a sudden you had a dream and it was very specific in this or that way. Then I could probably say, oh, there could be a message there. In this instance, though, I'm thinking it's just more kind of very focused on wanting that connection, not being able to have it. And so then you're having dreams because the thoughts are becoming repetitive, right? Because you're wanting that connection. But that's what I'm seeing there. So I'm hoping that gets better. And I'm sorry your uncle's doing that. That's not fair to you. But that's kind of what I'm getting there. So, okay. So everybody, I think I'm going to head out. But my rule of thumb is just to treat people the way you want to be treated. And if someone doesn't reciprocate, just let them go. Yes, I'm glad you've been blessed and you're not. Yes. Yes. Hobbies are a great thing. Absolutely. But everyone, I'm going to head out. Everybody take care. Wish me luck in my test tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Kind of like a test. I'll let you know how it goes tonight or tomorrow. But yeah. But I'll see you guys next time, 7:15 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Everybody take care until then. And thank you for wishing me luck. I appreciate that. And thank you, Jean, for coming on here. Thank you, Petra, Campanese, Okiro, Shirley. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right.